Hey everybody, it's Monkey. Welcome back to this mess. Thank you so much for the love you guys showed me in the previous video, and just in case you haven't already, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you're always notified whenever I upload a video. And if you haven't already, again, follow me on my socials, my Twitter and my instant gratification medium linked below. On to the video. Now, the madness of this video has its origins yesterday when I decided to visit two of my friends and we made brownies. Shout out to you, Ashina and Anita. It was a good time. We were using an American recipe and the recipe called for, are you ready, my people? 1.5 cups of sugar and 1/2 cup of flour. Let me just let that sink in for a moment. "2020 America, to clogging our arteries." Now, being the sweet tooth that I am, on having the cravings for cake that I always do, I decided I want to have something sweet. What's new? And since I wanted to kill two birds with one stone, there has been this myth, this thing, this urban legend that some bakers have been making frosting for their cakes or icing for their cakes with cooking fat. And I decided today we're going to disprove this, or we're going to prove this. All that matters is I'm going to have some cake. I was really weighing this in my mind to see whether I should or I should not do this for the video. And this is the conversation I was having with myself. Like, you know, this is the livelihood of some people. Do you really think I should do it? Like, do you really think I should do it? Because I feel like I'm debunking or letting people know something that maybe they shouldn't be knowing. But in my mind, I know this is the right thing to do.
Yes.
Maybe I think I should do this. I think I should do this. What do you think? You're so handsome. Now, to start things off, I went ahead and prepared this lovely, lovely heart-shaped cake. And here's how. And so now we're going to start off making the icing. But before we start, there's something that we have to do. And it's not going to be pretty. Now, as we said, the recipe calls for cooking fat. And because we want to see if, or at least I want to see if there is a difference in the way it's going to taste and the way a normal buttercream frosting would taste, I just felt it was important to start by tasting the raw product, to just know what to look for in the final product. You guys, I bought it. Like, I bought it. So I'm going to taste this thing. I just took a little. Don't try this at home, although you've probably eaten this in frosting a few hundred times. That actually tastes pretty nasty. But let's see if we're going to be able to transform this into the frosting that we see our bakers giving us every single time. So let's start. The recipe calls for cooking fat, icing sugar, vanilla essence, a mixing bowl, and very specifically a mwiko and a whisk for later. So we start by putting all of the cooking fat into the mixing bowl. It's 250 grams of cooking fat. Oh my good God. Then, of course, we have the icing sugar, 250 grams. As always, we have the 49er, always coming in handy. So 250 grams of icing sugar to go in with this. Before we forget, a few drops of vanilla essence as well. Then we are supposed to mix with a mwiko. A lot of bakers are going to hate me for this. Before I forget, so we are supposed to cream the oil and the sugar. And I learned that creaming is very, very different from from mixing, because comments. Now the instructions also called for adding a little water. Actually, I had an even better idea. I thought instead of adding water, how about I add lemon juice, so that I see how much I can try and flavor this thing to smell like to taste like the real deal. So instead of adding water, I'm going to add the juice of one lemon just to see what the effect is going to be. So here's the lemon. Oh my god, lemon just went into my eye. The lemon is in, as you can see, it's in there. Back to mixing. Dang near beat this thing to a pulp. It has paled considerably in its color. Like, it doesn't have that very rich color that the fat had at the beginning. I think this is supposed to just give it some air, hopefully some bit of shine. It's looking a little dull. Next stage. Whoops. I think this is pretty much the consistency that we're looking for. There seems to be no change in what is going to happen. It's taken in just a slight bit of air. It looks a little fluffy, just a little. There's your icing, and yeah, there's your icing. There's your icing. Wow. Guys, let me tell you, to be brutally honest with you, I have never wanted something to fail so badly. In my heart, I've always I've heard about this, and I've just always just push it to the side, just thinking this is just nonsense. It can't be possible. It really can't be possible. But I feel deceived. This is horrifying. This is horrifying. You know. Anyway, I basically slapped it on top of our hard cake, and now I just want to see what it tastes. What it tastes like. I'm dreading this, to be brutally honest with you, but I need to do this. So let's just give it a try. Do you know what the most horrifying thing is? A few things, actually. Number one, this doesn't taste terrible. That is the thing that scares me the most about it. It does not taste terrible at all. I mean, it could very easily, if you're not someone who's really big on cake, if you're not someone who's, you know, who's not really dipped your toes into the different styles of cake that people have tried, that people do, this will very easily slip under your radar. You will probably see this as something normal, this would be normal frosting to you. That's the first thing that horrifies me about this thing. The second thing that I really don't like about this thing is that it tastes very, very familiar. I feel like I've tasted this type of frosting a lot from bakers, even shockingly from cake that are bought in supermarkets, which is this is so wrong, people. This is so wrong. I mean, this stuff is it's not poison. Let me start there. It's not poison, but it's not made. This stuff is not made to eat raw. I'm going to link some of the reports, some articles below. In as much as it's a claim that these people tend to say is not true, a grand majority of cooking fats, and this is the solid fat that people use for cooking. I know some people still use this, but a grand majority of people have actually migrated to vegetable oils, corn oils, nut oils to cook. And but this is just like, this is the solid fat that comes in a tub. A good number of them claim that they don't contain trans fats, that they are not hydrogenated oils, because that's what they usually do. That's the process that they usually take these things through. They pump hydrogen through it to make it solidify and to make it last longer. It has adverse long-term effects on your health. And I mean, we already have corona, we already have cancer. Bakers, supermarkets, just give us a chance, man. Just give us a chance to live long. This is so frustrating, and wow. So I guess there you have it. This is just disturbing. This has disturbed me on shocking levels. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. So there it goes, there it is. If you guys didn't believe it just like I did, trust me, it's very real. It's very real. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it horrified you just as much as it horrified me. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, stay safe, stay positive, and avoid this stuff. Please, avoid this stuff. Love you guys.